I'm Leonard Luka, and yeah, I can be described as an indie soul artist, which is kind of a fancy name for just a really nice blend of styles that I love, which incorporate jazz and R&B, soul, but also electronic and indie sounds, inspiration from all kinds of timelines. And what you're about to see is me at my full potential, so with 6 people behind me, which is the biggest band I've played with yet. Normally it's only like me or 2 or 3, 4 max, but now it's the 7 of us, so really looking forward to it. My core trio is Jeroen Batterink on drums and Thijs van Zutphen on the bass, and also most recently backings and a bit of sampling. Yeah, I met them through because I'm a bit of a I don't live for a long time in the same place. So like Jeroen's from Amsterdam and Thijs is from Utrecht, and yeah, they were recommended to me like I should play with them, meet with them. So we get along really well. We are also friends beside just playing, but we definitely missed some female power on stage. So Maddie, who was also a friend of a friend, and musician circles are very small. Um, yeah, it was I had this image in my mind of just a really cool chick, just not only singing but also doing percussion, and she's a multi-instrumentalist as well. She plays a lot of instruments. Today she's keeping it small because I'm already bringing 6 people, but yeah, she's tagging along as well. And then for the first time today, Davey is on guitar, which I met through Thijs, the Multibeat project. And on the percussion is Gino Groeneveld. He's a well-known percussionist for bands like Nusantara Beat and Jungle by Night. And Lucas Santana is just a really cool cat, just Brazilian guy, plays the flute, plays the sax, and just needs to hear it once and let him fly. So I think I didn't forget anyone, right? No, so that's it, yeah. Yeah, it has been a difficult year personally. So, um, like there were a few setbacks in my private life, but also I did get married. So it's like very, how do you say that? Different sources of energy flowing through me right now. But I also felt like when you guys selected me to play here, I was like, this is a moment to really um, grab this moment and come full circle with this work I've created over the past years, because it's not a work that I made, or these works that you're going to hear that have been made in like 3 months. There are songs on there who are already 5 years old, some 2 years old, but together they form this work that I'm really proud of, and performing them in a really big group is really fills my heart with joy. Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of the work that you're going to hear is from my album LAUT, which is going to be released later this year. And LAUT is translates to seed, Indonesian. And uh, what I like about that word, or the symbolism behind it, is just like the flowing mechanism of good times, bad times coming through. There's a lot of like colonial history flowing through my family, my DNA, which I felt consciously, subconsciously. So I always try to come to terms with that history through my music. So I'll play some traditional instruments here and there, or um, yeah, just taking the words a little bit, but in a subtle way. But I noticed that it's really like like-minded people, people who share my DNA, like Gino and Davey and Maddie in the band. They immediately are drawn to these small things. So that makes me happy. It's not on the nose, but it's just important to me, and I want to give people who feel the same like I do the feeling that you don't have to be, if you want to, you don't always have to make your point in a very activistic way. You can do it through art and let people decide for themselves. It's kind of this Asian subtlety thing. Um, but yeah, that's my way of telling, of performing. So yeah, I'm and also in my lyrics, I feel like I'm at my most happiest when people are come up to me after a show and they're like, "Oh, that song, I really felt it's about this and this." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's totally about a different thing, but I mean, that's the important part, is that you resonated with it." So yeah, that makes me happy. I just love songs. I grew up with songs. Like my parents listened to the whole Motown collection or the old jazz standards, and they were just little stories encapsulated in this play with words and harmonies and chords. So I really love just the craft of songwriting. So I try to be what you're going to hear. So there's just like beautiful songs, or beautiful. I hope they're beautiful, but I yeah, to me that's it's kind of an art that's, yeah, maybe it's being lost in the future. I don't know. I feel it's going that way. Shorter attention span, stuff like that, like digital um, revolution. Like people that have less and less time to really want to hear a story. But if they do, they'll be rewarded for it. I believe, strongly believe in that. Yeah. Yeah. So the album, which most of the songs are. As today, I'm going to perform today, are from the album. It's coming out in October. First single's up in 2 weeks. I don't know when you're going to see this, but it's 26th of July. There's a single coming up, and yeah, and then hopefully play a lot actually. So there's a few things up in the air, but I'm always really careful to just like really promote them ahead of like before they are definitive. So, but the release itself is really yeah, sort of a new, yeah, reset point in my career. Just believe in art, people. Just never give up on art. Never. Um, Even myself, and I share this feeling with a lot of artists. We need everything to come by, financially, mentally, but art is the way. I really, even if you don't like consciously know it, when you are confronted by it. There was a teacher of mine who said, art awakens, and but you only know it when it's right in front of you. So yeah, art awakens.